And there you have it. I'm trying to give you a little bit of something that's not just me lecturing for so long. Sorry, I'm trying to get through this. It's really hard. But it does have to be stated so that way you can understand and you can come back to this and go, okay, that's what she said. All right. Enthymeme, again, it's an argument which a premise is not explicitly stated, as you just saw in that Seinfeld episode. Please take a look at page 93 to 94 for a little bit more. One thing you can also do is, I don't know if you're all like me, like flowcharts. Should I do this or should I not? Right? We don't really know. So you have a thing. Should I go to class? I feel like my students always given when I ask for flowcharts for extra credit, which I'm going to ask you if you'd like to turn in a flowchart for extra credit, please do. They'll do that. Be like, should I go to class? Like, is it raining? Yes. Stay home. Right? Like, there's all these little things. So go ahead and look at the different flowcharts that I have as examples on the what do you call it on the canvas. Let's see. And then you can take a look and see how flowcharts work. And I'd like you to create one. Feel free to create one, as many little charts as you want. You could do Canva, Canva or Adobe. You can create one. Have fun with it. So one of the examples would be, how do I say hi? Here we go. I just saw someone I know. How do I say hi? And so here's a flowchart. Do you remember the person's name? And if it's just say no, is there time to flee? No. Could you pretend to get a phone call on your cell phone, right? So you're just going to follow all these little flow charts. I could do this for like hours, but I'm not going to do that to you. But go ahead and take a look at the flow charts and see if you can create one. And if you do, I will give you some extra credit because it's just fun. Go to page 101 where you can go ahead and decode syllogisms. Just as some practice, I think that's really important for you. But also, on that note, as we're trying to get through this vocabulary, we're going to go to stereotyping. The reason why I throw this in there is because you also will be noticing that when you watch 12 Angry Men. Every single one of these things is in relation to the 12 Angry Men film. All right, so can an argument be based on invalid deduction? Absolutely. Remember, we're talking about deductive reasoning. Deductive, we're following that flow, the flow chart, all the different premises. Can it be invalid? Absolutely. Stereotyping, that's one of the first ones. We make reality assumptions that all A's are B's. That is a fallacious argument, right? All Asians are bad drivers, all blondes are dumb, all English teachers get pregnant. I don't know why I've been seeing that meme a lot. And I'm like, come on, what is this? So maybe that's a thing. I'm not. Don't plan on it. So, but that's again, right? So that'd be a fallacious argument to be able to say that all A's are B's, right? I hate doing this because it feels so gross in my system to say any of these things, but that's what we do. That's what stereotypes are, right? You're going to notice in, 12 Angry Men, I'm actually going to give you an example here of one of the questions. How is stereotyping present in 12 Angry Men? Like, where are you seeing that, right? Where are you seeing the men in the room having conversations with each other where one person is stereotyping against another, or how they're stereotyping maybe against the defendant? Okay, so, I hate to give away the answers, even though I'm like, I have to sit on my hands because I want to say the thing. Gonna be cool about it. All right, so stereotyping is a type of faulty enthymeme, right? Making us assume, missing a premise with forcing us to make some kind of assumption. It leads us to the fallacy of hasty generalization, right? Hasty generalization, you're going to see that in, if you go through our modules, you'll see that as an example, where it's one assumes the whole, right? Or we're generalizing in general. Okay. One way to become a critical thinker is to watch for stereotyping in your own thinking. And it's weird, you wouldn't realize it's there until all of a sudden you see someone and you assume like all people with baggy pants are criminals or something, or all people who, I'm trying to think, all artists are liberal, or I'm trying to think of things. I'm trying to think of the most stereotypical thing I could think of, I don't know. You can come up with 100 of them, I'm sure. We might unintentionally be doing this all the time. All Democrats are blah, blah, or all Republicans are blah, blah. And that's not the case, right? Because you could meet a Democrat that completely goes against all those assumptions that you made about who they are. And this is the problem with reality assumption, is making an assumption about the people and the decisions you make, especially when it comes to voting and all that stuff. Or how we feel about certain people who voted a certain way, right? We don't know what their values really are and how it relates to them. So, I hate voting. Anyway. All right. There we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a mini rant there. Doing my best. That's it for now. Good luck. Message me if you have questions. Very proud of y'all. It ain't easy. All right. See you on the other end.